All right, how y'all doing today? Let me talk about this little situation about credit cards. Let me ask y'all this question, and y'all can leave y'all comments down below. Do y'all think credit is good to have? Leave y'all comments down below, let me know. And then my other question is, so why are y'all afraid to use y'all credit? Because I hear a lot of people say, well, I need to use my credit for like a rainy day, just in case something come up. But what if nothing ever come up? So what's the point of having credit and you scared to use it? And there's a lot of people with good credit scores and stuff like that, and then they just got all that credit for years and they're afraid to use it. Cause I was one of those people too. But then I started realizing, like, that's what credit is for. And then you can also use credit for like business plans and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't use their credit for stuff like that. They use their credit for like personal things and stuff like that, like a house. So that's just like how I feel about that situation, because we all got our fears get in front of all our goals all the time. So it's like, why we keep doing it? Why we keep being nervous to do stuff? And then in this life, you just gotta like take risks and take chances and stuff like that. So that's how I feel about the situation. And shoot, you need credit. Credit is good to have. Credit is power. Like my uncle used to say, credit is power. Credit is power, because you could go to the dealership and try to get a new car. You got credit, good income, and you might not have to put nothing down because your credit score is so good. So that's how it works. But it takes time to build it up. Cause I've been building my credit over 10 years. And even if you get bad credit, like some people will be scared that their credit will go bad and stuff like that. But even if you get bad credit, you can still build it back up. It's just gonna take some time, but you can still build your credit back up, or you can get your credit repaired. So what's the point of having credit and you scared to spend it, and it's all these stuff in case something go wrong or emergency happens with your credit? You could do stuff like that to repair it. I just don't see the logic in that. It's good to have, but there's a lot of people like that around the world that got credit, just credit. They just don't want to spend it. And that's the crazy part. They're afraid to spend it. They're scared this gonna happen, but what if it don't happen? So stop thinking like that. And if it happen, it's like you overthinking the situation. If it happen, you start from there. That's all. You just start from there. You cross that bridge when you get there. So don't be having credit and you scared to use it. I was the same way. I'm like, where I got all this credit for? All this money of credit. Don't never use it. And if you need it, you need it. So people are like, but that might be the only source of credit you got. You can get other credit cards too. Once you got good credit, you can get a lot of credit cards. As long as you pay them back on time, everything is like a loan you taking out. Cause don't nobody got the cash for real on hand. So that's how I go. You take out a loan. A loan is like credit too. And they use the house as collateral. And stuff like that. Everything is like taking out something dealing with credit. So it's just like how you maintain your credit and use your credit. It's like that too, but I just would say don't be afraid to use it. That's all. So let me know what y'all think on that. Let me know. I'm almost at his house now. And I'm gonna ask him about the same situation about credit and see what's his take on it. But we're gonna have a discussion about that, and then we're gonna go from there. Alright, this my homeboy right now. I told y'all I was picking him up but now I'm about to talk about the situation I was talking about earlier. I was talking about like credit. Like, what you think about credit? What's your intake on credit? Do you think it's good to have, or it's not good to have? What's the pros and cons?
To be sure, I feel like credit kind of good to have.
And why you say that?
I say for emergencies, really.
For emergencies, that's the only way to spend it, because of emergencies. That's it.
No, I mean you can use it to, like, if you trying to fund something too, like if you trying to do something, like start a business or something, then I'll probably use it for that too, or probably just try to flip a career real quick. But
Yeah, because
it'll come in handy for sure. So yeah, I feel like it's good to have.
So why do you think people be afraid to use credit once they had credit and got good credit scores and stuff like that?
That is a good question, I'm sure.
Because I was talking about that earlier on the video before I picked you up. I said why people be afraid to use credit. They always say, well, credit is for a rainy day. But what if that rainy day never comes?
Yeah. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Like, how they look at it as a rainy day. Really?
They look at it like something personal, like when something come up that you need fixed or something, or house or anything, you got good credit. Because that's how the work life trained us, because you only got one income to rely on, because you ain't trying to get no other income. So that's why it's like,
and I was gonna say, and some people don't even know how to use their credit.
Right.
So they don't even know nothing about it. All they know is like, sure, if I use this and I don't pay it back, I might be in the hole, and that mug might double, and they might have looking for that old money. Like, hey, you got this bill, you ain't pay, I have bought it. You can try to work a deal out and pay it right now, or what you want to do.
But you said they're gonna have. You said they're gonna have what? You just said one more time. So people just be like.
Some people just be like nervous, and some people be like nervous, don't really know how to use their credit. So they might use their credit and they might miss that bill or miss a couple bills, or they might say forget it and don't pay their junk, and they got somebody looking for them now, calling them, chasing them down, saying that they owe these bills and what you want to do about it and how you gonna work it out. So they probably be scared of that, and then next time they try to use their credit, they can't get nothing. Like a car or something.
Yeah, because they so in the hole with credit. Okay, I guess you could look at it like that. But that's because we only basically maintaining off one income. Like you said, because with that one income, when we get that credit, that's like another source of kind of income, but that's an income that they give you that you got to pay back. So, and then what I was saying earlier in the video is that, okay, even if something goes wrong with your credit, it's stuff to repair your credit, all types of stuff. So
some people don't know that though. That's why they be walking around as messed up credits.
So we got to put them on game. So yeah,
Put them up on game on how to use their credit and what they can do with it. So I'm pretty sure they'll start using it then.
Yeah, because I used to have credit back in the day, and I was scared to spend it and stuff like that. So then I just started spending it because I need it.
So,
but now I'm working on building business credit. Because that's what I'm trying to do now, because business is different than personal.
Yeah, I feel like the business credit is way better.
Yeah, I would love to have a lot in business credit, because you could do so much more, and business don't affect your personal. And that's why I say, yeah, business is way better, because when you have your business and stuff like that, your business expenses, even for taxes, you could write it off and stuff like that. Because if you spend a lot doing your business, you can write it off. Because all the people who pay taxes are the middle class people, really. They paying all the taxes.
More likely, yeah, we do pay more taxes. I feel like we pay more taxes off of our milk.
Yeah, keeping the country afloat, the middle class. The higher class and the low class don't really pay all the taxes like that. Just the middle that's keeping this country going. But the rich people don't pay taxes like that, because they got companies, businesses. it's like the more you make, the more they take in the working class. So it's like you work overtime, they definitely taking really all your taxes for taxes when you do overtime.
Heck yeah. Well, at least damn, you probably getting what? $1,200 and they taking down there $3. Like, how they doing that? Where they get that math? Where they do that math at? Basically stuff like if you, and that's the thing that I don't get either though. Like if you stand in the hood and they want you to pay school taxes, but it ain't no school like 20 to 30 minutes away from you. So like, where is this income going to then? So I'm paying for somebody else's school that's in their district? Because I don't understand that. And then I'm like, why is I'm getting paid? Well, I gotta pay taxes if I stay in Detroit, and I gotta pay Flint. I mean, I gotta pay what's that other little city I gotta go to work. So my job in another little city, and I gotta pay their taxes too, but I don't stay.
Oh, cause you you gotta pay city taxes because you don't work in the city.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You gotta pay city taxes because you don't work in the city. Yeah, it's been like that. I don't understand it, but hopefully somebody can tell me the logic of that too. Because it's like we trying to figure out all the logic.
Man, we getting taxed on everything we do. It's like we ain't free.
And everything is going up with your pay.
Heck yeah. And then when they do go up, when you finally do get $23, you look back, $20 is minimum wage now. So like you didn't go nowhere.
And what are they doing?
Yeah, they can't drive. That's why the car beat up on the side now.
Just trying to get over. Look at them. You supposed to look before you turn.
Paying the taxes for schools that's not in your area. It's 20 minutes away from my house, and they want me to pay almost $55 for taxes, and they add that to my house taxes.
Oh wow, yep. Because you got that, you got property taxes too. That's what due every year.
Yeah.
But if you don't pay your property taxes, they're gonna take your house.
And that's crazy too. Say if you don't pay your taxes, say you miss your taxes, you probably owe like 5 bands probably on your taxes. And they want to try to.
I mean, what do you look at it like is renting a house and paying a landlord is better than owning it, and all you gotta do is pay the bills and property taxes?
As far as that, owning a house, as far as what you taking ownership of the house, basically, because you don't own the house in my mind. So you taking ownership of the house to do a few things to it, keep it up, keep the maintenance up, and pay the tax and pay the property taxes on it.
Yeah, but it's like with rent, you gotta pay the rent.
Mm-hmm.
The rent can go up at any time if the landlord feel like, oh, I'm gonna go on a increase, and then you gotta pay what that and bills.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, but when they paying rent, they ain't gotta worry about like cleaning up the yard and stuff like that. Like that ain't nothing. Like you just gotta stop being lazy. I don't know, cause some people like paying rent, but then some people like owning. I rather own though because you can always borrow against your house, all types of stuff that people didn't know.
Yeah, you can do that.
And you can't do that. It's like when you paying rent. So it's like a lot of stuff you can't do when you paying rent. And then you got neighbors when you stay in an apartment. Because I don't like apartments. Because you got neighbors that's like, they stay right there. Everybody can hear what y'all doing and saying. Y'all don't got no privacy.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But people will say, but you might have neighbors close to when you get a house. But it's different.
Yeah, it is different though. But you got more perks owning a house than renting a house.
They're renting a house. And then like you say about property taxes, you just have to keep up with them. Sometimes people just be years behind. And then that is like kind of unfair because some property taxes are way lower in some areas than others.
Yes, indeed.
It's more be affordable. Some of them just be ridiculous. But I don't know. It's just like a amount of money you just know you got to pay. It's only like a one-time fee though. Once a year.
Let's every year.
Yeah.
You gotta pay winter and summer taxes. You gotta pay every year. So it's just cut. That's why I say it's just cut down in a different way.
Yeah,
you can control this property as long as you pay these taxes, and that's what I want every year for rent. for every year.
Yeah.
And that's what you tell, and you signing a contract with another person and saying, oh, you can stay in this house for a certain amount of months or a certain amount of years for a certain amount of money. Give me $1,000, and you can stay in this house.
And just like you
monthly. Monthly. That's it. It ain't like they trying to sell when you talking to your the person you buying the deed from. It ain't like you trying to buy the lateral deed from them. See, that's what we need to start buying.
What,
lateral deeds. But at the same time, I feel like that's gonna still be the same thing too. I don't know, though. I gotta see what that's about.
Yeah. And then a lot of people, they use their credit and stuff like that to get mortgages and stuff like that. So that's why credit is good to have, so you can have a better interest rate on paying your mortgage loan back or whatever. Then they take out what mortgage, you can get a mortgage for 30 years, 15 years. And that's why it's designed for you to stay working at their job, because they know you're going to need a house. They know you're going to need a car. But the sad thing about jobs is that when you retire, when you get older, that's all you really got to shop for is a house and a car.
Mm-hmm. Really not, because that house, that car going to break down, so you're going to wind up having to do that over again.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That house, you got to maintain and pay your taxes. And if you, God forbid, if you get sick and you wouldn't be able to keep that up, then you're going to wind up being in a home or in the old shelter.
Nursing home. Yeah, that is crazy, though. If you look at it like that, that is crazy. Okay, yeah, so that was our topic we was talking about in this video. So to sum it all up, you think credit is good to have?
Yep. Most definitely. It comes good in emergencies, and if you know how to use it.
Then that's like what I'm saying. That's what a lot of people say. They'll say they only want to use it for emergencies, though. Why you think that?
You ain't gotta use it for emergencies, but that's the only reason I use it for. Like if I need to put $50,000, I know I can use my credit to grab it to find my business.
And why do you think they got it set up like that for us?
Sure. Well, you can, I guess, get ahead a little bit, and plus they can get a little bit off the back end.
Is it really, okay, is it really considered getting ahead, or is it like just kind of controlling you?
It's controlling you for, I say it's controlling you for a little bit until you pay them payments off. Then you feel it's clear all the extra money that you bringing yourself now is, I say, putting you in a better space. You was probably making, I say, $30,000 a year. Now you selling your own products and you opened up a store, and really now you just gotta pay you and your employees yourself. So now you probably making a little bit, probably like 70 to 100K a year.
Yeah, I feel that.
Off of using your credit.
What about the people that don't want to do businesses and stuff like that? Because not everybody is
business savvy.
Business savvy.
A
lot of people just want to just work and go home. Do you think that's the way to live? Just work and go home? I guess it's about your mindset.
Yeah.
And money management, managing your money. Some people don't like to spend it all, but that'll drive me crazy.
Some people could do that and use their credit as they go along in life and raise their credit up still, and probably at the end of probably almost when they get close to their life cycle, their credit be good as heck, and they could just live off credit until they die. Probably. If they could use their credit like that. So that's like just could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't look at it like that. Yeah, because I look at it like credit is good to have. But, like what I was saying before I scooped you up earlier in the video, I was saying like, but a lot of people be having credit and they just afraid to spend it. And that's the problem I don't get. Like, how you got credit, you afraid to use it. And they always say, like you say, for emergencies. And the only reason we like that is because we only got one income.
Yeah, some people do just have only one income.
Yeah, to be honest, bro, I think the majority of the Americans just got one income, only one job, because when they start when they try to start their other business, they don't do it for too long because they ain't making money right away, and that's what keeps them trapped in that job mentality. Because the company paying them that guaranteed money, but it keeps them coming back because it's not a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the hamster wheel right there. You
Yeah.
try to work and you think you're gonna be able to keep working and getting raises and you'll be able to cap out. I don't think that's gonna work like that.
And you barely probably even get raises.
So I say people in America, I wouldn't say majority of them, I say probably a couple of them go to work and go back home. Because if you just do that, you ain't gonna be able to really live. You ain't gonna be able to really buy no food, because you gotta think about it too. You gotta think about the people that gotta pay car notes, people that's out here renting houses, and day-to-day expenses. If you ain't got that stuff to go through your day with or go through your life with, it's gonna be kind of hard. So you're gonna have to have more than one job. You're gonna have to have a hustle and a hobby. That's making money on the side.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's what I think. It's kind of hard to just have that one income and think you're gonna be straight.
Yeah, and everything is like triple price now because of what? Inflation. We've been in inflation since 2020. When we gonna get out the inflation? It's just a bunch of nonsense. Like, because they gave out all that stimulus money. It's like, if you gonna give out that stimulus money, what, the little $1,500 or whatever it was, and then you're talking about we in inflation for 4-5 years, they'd have made that money back a lot of times back more, and we still in inflation. Sound like a get down. I mean, y'all can keep that money, and if y'all gonna do all that.
Most definitely, especially how the interest rates going too. That goes back into why people are a little bit scared of using their credit. They used to spend at 8%. Now they looking at that paperwork and that must say 25%.
Yeah.
They like, nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
So
right.
It's getting kind of hectic
It's just,
out there.
yeah, it's getting more and more hectic. To put it that way, since you put it that way, that's a good point too. It's like, because the interest rate's going up. So it's like, how can you survive? And people always say, but that means you just living above your means. No, you just ain't gonna be able to afford nothing. You're gonna be in a recession. So that's what it is. Ain't no you living above your means, you just ain't making enough.
Exactly.
Because how you making the same pay, we supposed to adapt when the country changed. So that's like when workers was going on strike and stuff like that, they wanted more pay. I don't blame them. But those workers going on strike and stuff like that, do you think they're going to keep them workers that was working at the plants and stuff going on strike? Or you think they just going to play the game when they're working for a minute and lay them off?
I think, nah, that's like something totally different right there. That's gonna change the industry real quick.
Because you remember when they was going on strike?
Yeah, and I heard it was like, I seen it on TV. I don't know if it was gossip or some AI junk though, but they was talking about the Amazon workers. Like they finna get traded in for robots. They already got the
I heard
little
that.
Halo robot in there,